The Sports Gambling Report, your tailgate party podcast for this Tuesday, May the 4th. The only key NBA injury update that we have at this time is Boston Kemba Walker is going to play. Now, please visit us at Offshore Insider on Twitter. There's no S at the end of that, where we will continue to update as game time approaches. Free winner for tonight in the NBA, it is to go with Charlotte minus the 3 against Detroit. This is from me, Joe Duffy, red hot, as all the handicappers are. Play undervalued teams to overvalued teams when using some advanced analytics such as points per game margin, comparing it to straight up record and the spread. We do come up with a overvalued to undervalued system that's been really nice to us. 442, 227, and 13. Now, rest dynamics, again, they tend to benefit the home team. If one team is more rested than the other, 66% of the time in the history of our database, it's the home team that's more rested. However, when the road team gets more rested, it nullifies the normal home court advantage and creates a nice little offline to the tune of 416 and 320. And it's actually returned to being good this year after kind of leveling off a little bit last couple years previous to this. Away favorites off of a loss under very specific circumstances that do apply in this game are 852, 661, and 23. Action Network gives us a 3.5% ROI edge. And AccuScore ran 10,000 individual simulations and says that we're going to cover this game 67% of the time. So your free pick from Joe Duffy's picks is to go with Charlotte. Oh, man, we got a ton more coming up for you. But keep in mind, everyone is hot. I mean, the entire bet at Trinity Master Lock Line, forget it. We've never seen anything like this all these years of gambling. A lot of us at OffshoreInsiders.com, we go back to 1980 on the lock line. Well, not actually, I go back to 1988. But going back, there's never been a run like this, period, in the history of the industry. Anyone. But Joe Duffy's picks, I've hit 7 of 8 in the NBA, 7 and 2 overall, 5 Major League winners, 3 wise guy plays, 2 of them in the NBA. It's all part of a sweep. OffshoreInsiders.com. All right, got a lot more good stuff for tonight. You know, somebody asked about this. Why aren't we giving the spread standings anymore? And you're right. These are the top teams in Major League Baseball, over and under. But again, we like to do the margin of cover. So this is how much they've either gone over or under by. That's the rankings. Cincinnati, the top over team in Major League Baseball, going over 19, 7-1 by an average of 2.6 runs per game. Arizona's going over 16 and 12, an average of 1.8 runs per game. Minnesota, higher percentage, 16, 10-1, but by 1.7 runs per game. Atlanta, 17, 10-1 to the over by 1.6. The Angels over 16 and 11 by 1.4. Now, ironically, the next two teams, the Cubs and Kansas City, have actually gone under slightly more than they've gone over, but they've each gone over by an average of, in the case of the Cubs, 1.3, and Kansas City, 1.2. Top under teams this year in terms of margin, Yankees have gone under 18 and 10 by an average of 1.3 points per game, each at 0.7 runs per game, I should say. Toronto under 16, 10-1, and the Mets under 12, 9-1. Here's who the public is betting on, the biggest public bet in the NBA based on percentage of bets. Sacramento Kings at a whopping 85%. Really, this time of the day with some bets in, we got about 4,400 bets in. That is a whopping consensus. So therefore, the top great contrarian play, according to a lot of people, would be the Thunder. Now, the Nets are a rare dog, a whopping 83%. That's very big for a dog, but again, it's a little bit deceptive when we say that the public tends to like to bet on underdogs. The truth is they like to bet on very good teams, and the Nets are a high-quality underdog, so that's not really that surprising that they're liking the underdog. And now back to the normal. Phoenix at 77%. The public loves the road favorites. Percentage of money. Again, some people say you want to root who forever the bookmakers are rooting for, and they're essentially rooting against all these teams. Charlotte, 91% of the money. The Nets, 88% of the money. Some top trends for you. Start out in the NBA. Cleveland 47, 71, and 1 over going way back to last year. Actually, a little bit further than that. Phoenix 49, 25, and 1. Their last 71 against the spread. New Orleans is going over 62, 41, and 1. Dallas is going under 20 and 4 as an underdog. And let's see, why don't we go, let's go to some baseball stuff. Put the wrong thing on my screen. There we go. Seattle 36 and 29 run for plus 17.39 units. Milwaukee is going under 40 and 21 when the total is anywhere from 6.5 to 8.5. Seattle 21 and 10 at home, but by 14.91 units. Again, that's 1 unit per play. Milwaukee's going under 23, 6 and 1 on the road if the total is between 6.5 and 8.5. And let's see if we got anything else of note. Detroit 14 and 40 skid for minus 19.13 units. And again, please visit offshoreinsiders.com each and every day for vetted sportsbooks and the highest rated gambling picks.